So it turns out this story about a Chinese girl getting by a group of Izzy soldiers is real, and like honestly, I don't know why I ever doubted it.
העוטף, איש מילואים, נאשם באונס של חיילת, ואיתי בלומנטל, כתבנו לענייני צבא, אתה מפרסם את הפרטים מתוך כתב האישום הקשה נגדו.
נכון, מיכל, מדובר בכתב אישום חמור ומזעזע שהוגש לאחרונה תוך כדי המלחמה נגד איש מילואים מפיקוד העורף שמייחס לו עבירות מין חמורות ואונס של חיילת שהוצבה לשרת יחד איתו למילואים שני...
If I hadn't heard that story on the Khan News Network, I wouldn't have believed it. Oh, and just FYI, that's like the public broadcasting of like this country over here. Like the station was literally founded by the Knesset in Jerusalem. You can see why the story seemed a little sus to me at first, because, well, for starters, I know this picture had already gone viral before. I mean, it's like an Asian wearing a blue and white uniform, right? And then it hit me. That's Abigail Weinberg, and she had already gone viral once for all the hate she got from the Ashkenazi community saying that she's not really Jews, even though her last name's Weinberg and she was adopted. She wasn't trying to go to the battlefield to shoot Arabs, but she was a reservist and she got called to the home front to defend the settlements, and all the service members on her socials kept saying how she was going to get SA'd by other people, and yeah, given the culture, I guess it happened. I guess anybody that's not paste white is technically not human.
The nomination of Colonel Eyal Karim on Monday, this is last Monday, has sparked outrage amongst Israeli female politicians and women's rights groups. The rabbi's 2003 response to a question as to whether it was permitted for IDF soldiers to rape girls is one of his more controversial comments. Oh boy. Here's what he said, quote, "Although fraternizing with a non-Jewess is a very bad thing, it is allowable in war out of consideration for the difficulties of the fighters. And because the success of the collective is what mostly concerns us in war, the Torah allows the individual to satisfy his lust in the permitted conditions for the sake of the general success."
That's Eyal Karim. He's a rabbi, and in 2016 he was appointed head of that army. He got the same question from journalists in an AMA titled Ask a Rabbi. Hey, is it okay for soldiers to grape people? And he doubled down on the same response he gave in 2003. Yes, if they're trying to win a holy war, it is okay to satisfy the evil inclinations by lying with attractive, gentle girls against their will.
וגם אנשים היו לבושות ויפה, וזה באמת היה כבר... אחד אנס שם איזה ילדה בת 16, משהו כזה. אתה מבין? אבל זה מכוער מאוד, היה לנו בחור אחד, הוא נפטר, הוא היה פרא אדם. הוא לקח פשוט מאוד, ורצח אותם בתוך המכלאות. בתוך המכלאות, הם היו במכלאות.
Like, you want to talk about grape culture? That dude is 80 years old laughing about a 16-year-old. Like, that's an entire army being able to do whatever the it wants to anybody that's not paste white. And like, it's crazy to me how one country keeps trying to convince the world that brown people are doing the things that they've been constantly doing for the last 50 years. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, you can suppress YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram videos, but like, what the you gonna go back to your own newspaper and trying to scrub that shit? Because you're obviously gonna have to go back way further than October 7th.